Everyone, I am Monica from IELTS 9 channel. So I am going to do this reading passage that I have started this series from Cambridge IELTS 16. All the readings I would be covering it day by day. So first I will be just doing this reading passage 1 from test 1. Okay. So what you are going to do for that? First, always read the title of the passage. It is important to read it. So for the next 20 minutes you are going to get knowledge about why do we need to protect polar bears. We are going to get some reasons why do we need to protect polar bears. Okay, let's look at the paragraph how they had given. So no differentiation between, like, paragraphs, small paragraphs they had given, but not any alphabets. It means there would be no MCQs and other things finding the information. Let's look at the questions. So it's my strategy, after having a look for 10 to 20 seconds of question paper and the title, I would definitely first move on to the type of questions. So here, complete the table below they had given and choose only one word. I have to write only one word in these fill in the blanks. So indirectly, after all, they are fill in the blanks only. Okay, so this is the topic, and let's look at the another type of question. So another type of question we have true false not given. So here we have two types of questions. Okay, first is true false not given, and other one is complete the summary this thing. It's your wish that you want to start it with complete the table below. It's okay, it's your wish. If you want to just start with true false not given, so that's okay. Okay, so I will be starting it from the true false. So of course, as you know, true means when the statement agrees, false means when there is a contradiction, and of course there is no information on this. So question number 1 is, polar bears suffer from various health problems due to the buildup of fat under their skin. Read the statement 2 times, find out the meaning in your own language, and then circle the keywords, and then go to the passage, find the information in the passage. Polar bears suffer from various health problems. Okay, some health problem I will be finding. Built up fat under their skin. So these three are the keywords I would be looking for. If they are saying, the writer is saying in the passage, polar bears suffer from various health problems due to this obesity or under their skin, so that would be true. If they are saying there is no obesity, or there are no they do not suffer any health problem due to this obesity, due to this fatness, then contradiction would be there. If they are saying they are not talking about any health problem, or if they are not talking about any obesity and all, that is not given. Okay, let's move on to the, so how we are, from where which paragraph I am going to start it from. This is first type of question. Of course, I am going to find it from the first number paragraph only. So keywords were there, health problems, built of fat, and skin. So of course for skin they are not going to change any word. They are extremely condition. Okay, temperatures, if they have to send, okay, this fat word is there, fat underneath their skin. How they have paraphrased the statement, built up fat under their skin. So here they are saying underneath their skin. Humans with comparative levels of this tissue be considered obese and would be likely to suffer from disease. Yet the polar bear experiences no such consequences. It means what? It means polar bear, they don't have any consequences. So answer would be, you tell. It is contradiction. So it is contradiction. Here they are saying they suffer from various health problem, but this is false, because here in this paragraph they are talking about humans disease, not the polar bear. So that's why it is false. So second one is the study done by Louis, and so this is my keyword, important keyword to find the location of question. Compared different groups of polar bears. So if the information in the passage saying that the research done by these two people, this researcher and this, they had done some comparison about different polar bears, different groups of polar bears, then it would be correct, true. And if they are saying just study of and they do not compare any they did not compare anything about this then contradiction. If they are not saying anything about different groups of polar bears, and any experiment, then of course not given. So let's read it, the next lines. This we have covered first paragraph. Second passage is here. Sorry, paragraph A. This person name was there. This is the location. Shed lights on this mystery. Okay, study word is also there. They compared, yes, they had given. Compared the genetic structure of polar bears with that of their closest relatives from a climate change. From a climate, the brown bears, this allowed to compare. Okay, structure of polar bear, genetic structure of polar bears with that of their relatives. Okay, just a minute, I will just look at the question again. So here they are saying compare different groups of polar bear, different groups should be there, and there they compared the genetic structure of polar bears with that of their closest relatives, not different groups, only closest relatives they had compared. It means they are contradicting the statement. Different groups were not there, only relatives were there, so it means my answer is false. You have to write it like this, not F, full spelling should be there. Okay, now third is Liu and colleagues were the first researchers, okay, to compare polar bears and brown bears genetically. Yes, genetically what was there, they compared. Researchers were the researchers, of course they were researchers because they had done study to compare polar bears and brown bears genetically. But we have to find this, if they were first researchers then it would be true. If they were not, they are not explaining, the writer is not explaining about whether they were first or second, then it is not given. So here they had told a study by this shed light on this, the compared genetic structure, everything we have got. And brown bears also, see, brown bears. Okay, so that means they were not. Let's read the another line also, we may get found the polar bears had a gene known as, okay, no, they are not talking anything about the first. So if where that type of question is there, of course if they are not first now, then it is always not given. Fourth is polar bears are liable to control their levels of bad controls. Sometimes I am reading it very wrong pronunciation because I am in hurry to complete the reading within 20 minutes. Polar bears are able to control their levels of bad cholesterol by genetic means. Able to control their levels of bad cholesterol by genetic means. Let's read it. Bad cholesterol is the keyword, and if they are able to control this, it is true. If they are not able to control, then it is contradiction. If they are able to control by another means, then it is contradiction. If they are not talking about any bad cholesterol, of course this is not given. So let's read it from here. Bad cholesterol word is here, so let's read it again. Found a polar bear had a gene known as which reduces the level of polar bears had a gene known as this which reduces levels of low density lipoproteins, a form of bad cholesterol. Yes, it means this is what? This is absolutely true. Okay, so fifth number, it is clearly given they are able to control, they had a gene known as this which reduces level of this a form of bad cholesterol. Okay, again they are talking about humans, nothing to read about, we should not read, just leave it now for now. Okay, okay. Fifth number, female polar bears are able to survive for about 6 months without food. Female polar bears, I have to find are able to survive without 6 months word. I am going to find it first, and female. Okay, so till here we have done. So I will be finding female polar bears where I can get the One condition, okay. Disorder, exercise, food starvation is also there. But female, where is female? Yes, female word. Yes. For female polar bears, however, undergo extreme conditions during every pregnancy. Okay, let's do it like that. Uh, Female polar bears, however, undergo extreme conditions during every pregnancy. Once autumn comes around, these females will dig in the towns, will remain throughout the winter. Okay. Polar bears, however, but 6 months word is also there. Fasting is also there. So three words I have got: female bear, polar bears able to survive 6 months without food. So it means what? So they are talking about once female will in the snow will remain there in winter before the and after results in our 6 months of fasting. We have to, okay, yes, it means we have got everything, so it is true. Okay, able to survive. Now let's move on to sixth number. It was found that the bones of female polar bears were very weak, and when they came out of their dens in spring. Okay, it was found bones of female polar bear, bones I would be looking, were very weak. It means something like very weak means they are focusing the word on very. If they were very weak, then of course our answer would be correct. If they are not talking about bones and this, and they are talking that they are not, their bones were not weak at that time, and that of course contradiction would be there. When they came out of their dens in spring, okay, it was found that bones were very big when they came out of their dens in spring. So it was bones of female bear were very weak. Okay, let's read it. And spring also I would be finding it. Okay, bones they are discussing. Okay, have to keep themselves. So bone, calcium they are talking about here. The issue is no. From where we have found this, the upper question, after that we will be finding out this thing. So where female bears have to keep themselves, their cubs alive, depleting their own calcium and calorie reserves. Despite this, their bones remain strong and dense. Low. Everything they had given it strongly, though depleting their own calcium and calorie reserves. Despite this, their bones remain strong and dense. But here, what they are saying, their bones were very weak. It means this is contradiction. It is false. Without just it was found. Of course, they are just doing it. Once autumn comes around, the female will in the snow. After the result fasting, they have to keep their everything. They have given it very like clearly. Okay. Here they have given the season name autumn, but here it was given spring. But they are saying when they came out of their dams in spring, and here they had provided the information once autumn comes around, these females will go inside the dens, and they are talking about after 6 months. After 6 months means spring would be there. Okay, so seventh question is the polar bear's mechanism for increasing bone density could also be used by people one day. Okay, so every time they were using the word human. Now it's turn to read about human being. The polar bear's mechanism for increasing, so their mechanism they are talking for increasing bone density could also be used by people one day. Okay, let's understand the tense of this sentence. It is important. So some students don't know actual the usage of could. So could have 4-5 situations where we can use could. So this is not the exact time where we can I can give you lecture about this model verb. So could we can use in future tense. Okay, and could we can use for past tense also, showing the ability showing your ability to do in past. Okay, and could we can use for making request also. Okay, so I'm just wasting my request also. So okay, doesn't matter. So making request. So these three important things we can do it. We can use it for could. So here one day, here they are saying this mechanism could also be used by people one day. It means one day means for future kind of thing they are talking. So here where I can find human being. Okay. Yes, density of bones, density of bone density they are talking about. Bone density of bone discovered able to they discovered that increase the density of their bones before they started to build their 6 months later when they finally cubs there no evidence. Okay, yes, again, so I have found this answer from here. So you can find the answer of question number 6 from here also. Significant, there was no evidence of significant loss of loss of bone density. So here also you can find the clue for that. But I am talking about the last question, seventh also. So I will be talking about, if the mechanism of bone remodeling in polar bears can be understood, many bedridden humans and even astronauts could potentially benefit. It means what? It means they are saying that if the mechanism of remodeling in polar bears, mechanism of bones can be understood, many bedridden humans people means could potential benefit. It means this is true. Indirectly they are talking about the same thing, could also be used by people one day. So with the help of one day you should understand that they are talking about future tense. Okay.